would you talk about your personal first, make yourself known to other people?
Okay. Basically, I been interested in self-determination for a while now. And I originally got interested in actual being involved in that politics with the Tamil community. When in 2008-9 there was trouble in Sri Lanka, when there was an army offensive against the state rebels had created in that northern part of the territory, the ancient Tamil territory. I knew some Tamils, friends, who obviously were concerned about what was happening in Sri Lanka. The army offensive, massacres, shellings and bombings. So I started to get involved and find out more what was happening there. And realised that it was a struggle of self-determination for them, looking for freedom from a country that they were really not part of, and they really weren't wanted either. The Sri Lankan government didn't regard the Tamils as native to that country, yet in fact the Sri Lankan Tamils have been there as long as the Sinhalese population, but it was inconvenient for the government to accept that. So anyway, ultimately many civilians were killed. That was very traumatic for that community. As far as I was concerned, they were in the right. And then from that I started to realise that there was many more communities, national communities around the world who were suppressed too. Obviously the Rif I found out about more recently, but I knew much more about the Biafrans in Nigeria, the West Papuans in Indonesia, the South, the Moluccans in Indonesia as well, and those many in Holland as well, and many other peoples being held down and oppressed and not allowed to choose the form of government. Yes, self-determination could mean integration, if you wished, assimilation. It could mean autonomy, it could mean independence. But whatever it means, it's your choice. And you should be allowed to choose it. Not me, not the Moroccans, not the Indians, not whoever, Indonesians, for example. It's the people themselves must decide. And you decide, and if you choose to be assimilated, which is unlikely, but if you did, I'd have to accept it. If you chose to be autonomous and try to live together with Moroccans, that's your choice. And if you want independence because you don't trust them and think it's better if you control your own destiny, then I support you too. And Nations Without States is there to help you.
And you were here today as a member of that organization.
I'm part of Nations Without States.
What was your role today in this conference?
My role today's conference is to basically give you a message of hope, because I believe that all peoples not only have that right of self-determination, actually can achieve it. Today I was talking about the techniques of how you will achieve it. But I don't see it as a RIF struggle, as my fellow AWS member Jagdish says, it's a global struggle for self-determination. So what the RIF want and what the Sikhs want is one and the same. You just want to express yourself, you want your identity being protected, you want to have rights everybody else has, and ultimately you need to decide what form of state you want. And if you don't want to live under Moroccan tutelage, then that's your every right, that's your democratic human right. But as I said before, it's for you to decide. What we're here is a resource to allow you, help you to make that choice. The rest of the world doesn't want you to have that choice, we do.
It was really interesting to hear such great talks in this conference today. A lot of people didn't have the opportunity, unfortunately, to be here and to listen to you. What will be your message to our viewers, which are a lot of rivals?
Keep the faith, keep heart, keep good heart, because the Rif people are strong and proud people, just like many other peoples that are not recognised or ignored. You need to work together with the Rif political activists to promote your identity. As my colleague said, Jagdish, be good citizens of Holland, work with the Dutch because you live in Holland. You need to recruit the Dutch people to your cause. I believe that the majority of Dutch people, as British people and German people, will support your cause of freedom. They will support your cause of self-determination, but you just need to talk to them. So that I urge Rif people to work together with your fellow Riffians for the greater good of the RIF cause, but also work with the Dutch people, appeal to them to help you. You know, you're a minority in Holland, as you would be if you were in the UK or Germany, wherever, but you can win lots of friends in Holland with the Dutch. Work together with the RIF, your fellow RIF compatriots, and work collectively to convert the Dutch people to your cause, and also work with other self-determinists around Holland. You know, the Kurds, the Moluccans, all the others are equally looking for their freedom and independence, and work with them and you'll go far.
Mr. Williamson, thank you.
No problem.